Another Megazord review. Today we're looking at this, which is the Wild Force Megazord. So let's break it apart, take a look at the Zords individually, and we'll put it all back together, and we'll take a look at the whole thing again. So starting off, the Wild Force Megazord is the Red Lion Zord. Now this was the first Zord that was used by the Red Wild Force Ranger, whose name is Cole Evans. This mainly takes up the form of the body, the body of the Wild Force Megazord, but it also makes up the hips and the legs of the Pegasus Megazord, which we will see in a future video. So it's quite a very simple. I really love this Zord. As you heard me say just before, this is one of my favourite seasons of Power Rangers. I absolutely adored this season, and I still do. It still holds a place in my heart, mainly because of one episode is the 10-year anniversary of Power Rangers. It has the Forever Red lineup. That's one of my favourite episodes. But anyway, so this all folds down into just kind of like the hips, the whole, just the body, and everything else kind of clips onto that. We'll see that in a little while. Here we have the Yellow Eagle Zord, which is piloted by the Yellow Wild Force Ranger, whose name is Taylor Earhart. And this makes up the head of the Wild Force Megazord and the waist of the Conga Zord, which we will see in another video. I can't wait for that Conga Zord though, because that's one of my favourites. Yeah, so this is kind of like the head, and it kind of makes up a little bit of the body as well, because it clips into the lion and you see a lot of the eagle. So kind of like the wings form like a crest around the lion's head and everything goes, and the tail becomes the head. Yeah. Next up we have the Blue Shark. This makes up the right arm of both the Wild Force Megazord and the Pegasus Megazord, like I said about the red one. Also the tail becomes the sword of the Megazord as well. And this is piloted by the Blue Wild Force Ranger, also known as Max. Next up we have the Black Bison Zord. Now this forms the hips and the legs of the Wild Force Megazord, the Conga Zord, and the Isis Megazord. When it is in a specific mode, but we won't see this in the Isis Megazord in a future video. I have it in I think it's the correct formation anyway, but it's a formation that I most know about the Isis Megazord. And this is piloted by the Black Wild Force Ranger, also known as Danny. And yeah, it's kind of like a big tank. It has wheels on the bottom of it that it can roll about on and everything else like that. And finally we have the White Tiger Wild Force Zord. This is piloted by Alyssa, and this makes up the left arm of both the Wild Zord Megazord and the Pegasus Megazord. And this and the shark kind of act as like fists, as well as the shark holds the sword. So let's put it all together and let's take a look, shall we? So let's get them all kind of in frame. I always like to put the eagle on top of the bison. I don't know why, but it's just something I always do. Okay, so we'll start off with the legs and the body. So the bison, kind of all just, the legs fold into each other, and then this bit here just folds down once. It can fold another times, but I think that's mainly for like a tank mode you can put it into. But I don't have the piece to like connect it all. And then this bit here swings round from there all the way down, and you kind of just tip the head down just like that. Next up we have the lion. So the tail folds downwards, these little peg bits pop out, and then the legs kind of just fold in on themselves a little bit. Just like that. And then this bit here just pops down and it clips onto there like that. Next up we'll have the white tiger. So the feet just fold in there, and that foot swings all the way around there. The front legs pop out a little bit and tuck in. And then I kind of just turn the head slightly, and it clips on just like that. Next up we have the shark. So first off, the wheel folds in, so do the fins. And I kind of just have it like that. We'll pop this sword off for now. And then the mouth opens and the sword just pops into there. Just like that. Next up we have the yellow eagle. So this one is a little bit fiddly, but the wings kind of tail folds up and swings round to create the head of the Megazord. This bit, I'll just pop these off for now. And it kind of just pops into place, and the wings, like I said at the beginning, kind of form a crest around the head. And the feet kind of just pop into position there. I'll put the arms back on. And there we have it. There is the Wild Force Megazord, or for you Sentai people out there, Geo King, I think it's called. But yeah, thank you for watching, and the next video we'll be taking a look at the Isis Megazord, I believe. Yeah, Isis. So let's no, it's the Kongazord actually. Yeah, Kongazord, then it's the Isis. So thank you all for watching, and peace.